好考考。继续吧，Reforced。我要想想有什么东西还没做。啊，对话。
Corporal? Need anything?
How are you holding up?
Fine, I guess. Thanks for asking. You know, Corporal, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Well, not knowing your mother and all that shit your father put you through. Do you ever feel lost?
Why do you want to know?
Oh, I'm just wondering, I guess. So, what's your answer?
还好吧。
I manage.
I see. You know, I haven't told you that yet, but actually our pasts aren't so different. Save for the fact that my father didn't try to conquer the world, at least not that I know.
How are our pasts alike then?
Simply put, I also didn't know my mother. And my father was a bastard if there ever was one.
What happened to your mother?
She died giving birth to me.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. As I said, I never knew her.
I take it you and your father aren't on good terms then?
You are of great wisdom, Tahar. No, we were not. I was and still am the only heir of the family, and if there's anything my father ever cared about, it was prestige. You see, it might not be obvious, but I'm actually of noble blood. Pure blood, as Finn and Mir elves call it. Nothing impressive, small nobility. You know, similar to the kind of Nortander nobility that's always around at royal festivities, licking everyone's boots so that they just don't forget about them.
There's nobility in Finn and Mir?
Oh, yes, there is. They don't call it that, but essentially Finn and Mir is an aristocracy.
How so?
Well, as you might know, elven culture heavily revolves around the White Tree, a gift from their goddess Ellen. Simply put, the tree is revered and guarded by a group of mages, of seers, called the Council. They're the rulers of our country, 6 women and 6 men. Now, according to the ancient lore, when a seer dies, his or her successor is chosen by the Council. However, it has become custom that a seer should be replaced by someone from his bloodline. Someone pure, as they call it.
Which means they make sure that the power stays within the right families.
Indeed. And even though elven families in themselves are small, if you count all the cousins, aunts, and uncles, the members of just one council family could populate a whole township. In other words, the closer your blood ties with the council, the closer you are to the White Tree. And thus, the higher your standing.
So I assume your father put you under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. I barely had a childhood. It was all stern-faced teachers instead, trying to feed me language, history, math, and magic from the day I could speak. And I can't even remember all those festivities and religious ceremonies I had to attend. It was as if I learned the meaning of the word small talk before I learned how to ask for my mother's teat. Not that she would have been around to listen.
How about friends?
Oh, that's another topic. I was allowed to go out and play as long as it was with the right people. Still, I didn't, which was my choice, really. One of the few I made in those years. I preferred to stay on my own.
How come?
I don't know. See, I've always felt a bit ahead of others. As you know, we think in other dimensions than you do. Our lives are a lot longer. What that means is that an elf who has seen 20 winters is still considered and looks like a child. Thus, behaves as such. I just never felt at home with most people, especially around my age. And that feeling never changed.
What was your father hoping to gain from this?
Isn't it obvious? He wanted to marry me off, and thus expand our petty little family's prestige.
But it never came to that?
Almost.
If he simply wanted to arrange a marriage for you, then why teach you magic, maths? When these things happen in Northander, it's usually more about, how shall I put it?
The looks?
And the ancestry, yes.
Well, these things play a big role in Finn and Mir too, but to be considered a good match, education and magical talent are just as important. For a priest, let alone a pure blood, to be seen with an uneducated, non-gifted street elf is frowned upon, not to say forbidden. Also, from what I've learned, it's mostly young women and girls who get married off in Northander, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, this isn't the case in Finn and Mir. If the head of a family decides to do so, a young boy or a young man may have the same fate as the one I just escaped by a hair's breadth. But this is a topic you could fill books with. Probably not for now.
Okay.
I see. Where is your father now?
Dead as a doornail. He got assassinated some years before I was allowed into the priesthood.
Assassinated? What happened?
He got mistaken for someone else. But it doesn't really matter. Let's not talk about it.
Sounds like he got what he deserved.
I don't believe people get what they deserve. They get whatever life or the Guardians bother to give them. Murderers live to be 100. Children die in the birth beds. Ultimately, the biggest fallacy is that we like to believe that there's someone who gives a damn. We're on our own, and we have to make the best out of whatever life throws at us. I did. And even though not all worked out as I had planned, I'm here. And I'm free.
That's a cynical way to see things.
No more cynical than to believe that the gods care.
Why?
Well, if you had the power to intervene without risk and you don't, what does that make you? A textbook cynic, and definitely not someone I'd like to have a drink with, let alone worship.
But the Guardians are real.
I never said that they weren't. But tell me one thing. Why is there cruelty when there's Shanna? Why is there injustice when there's Arian? Why do children die when there's Ellen? There are two explanations. Number one, the Guardians are far less powerful than we think. Number two, they just don't give a damn.
Or maybe we're just not meant to understand. Maybe their ways are unfathomable.
Yeah, right. Maybe it's all just unfathomable. Let's just accept that and live in ignorance, shall we? The gods aren't the answer. Yeah, every once in a while there's the token miracle healing. The chances of your prayers being answered are next to none. So you can either sit on your buttocks hoping that some god will take pity, or you can take your fate into your own hands.
But you still feel lost sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, I do. But I'm working on it. Anyway, we digressed quite a bit, didn't we? Sorry, my fault. Sometimes I just talk too much. I'll see you around, Tahar. And thanks for listening.
Maybe you could even help us out with your skills.
Of course. I have already talked to the elves in your company. Moorhair weapons are a bit different, but not too much from what I usually create. Just come to me if you require my knowledge.
The best way is from Kalaya to Nortander.
Oh.
Good choice.
What is it?
So, what's the plan? You got it.
"什么时候才能拿着宝箱啊？"
Corporal?
Yes?
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 What's next?
Intriguing.
Unbelievable. All this.
Must be quite a change of scenery.
Yes, you could say that. All my life I dreamed of stepping through the portal, and now I did. And it's beautiful. Everything is so vast. Oh well. It will take some getting used to, that's for certain. There's something else I wanted to discuss with you. I brought some things from the island that could come in handy on your travels. Weapons, trinkets, all sorts of things I found in the Hibernian ruins over the years. Most of them haven't been used for millennia, but for a little gold, I could get them back into shape. Just let me know if you want to take a look.
I will. Thank you.
Best wares from Kalaya to
需
North.
要一点金子。
You know how to bargain, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Tandai Tahar. Come to trade?
Good choice. Huh? That's the way? A fine plan.
Huh. Interesting.
Tahar, what is it?
I'll be off.
我要去哪里呀？我要去拿那个下水道僵尸。
Just give the word.
Got it.
Hey, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Come take a look. I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest. Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
This way, right?
Yes.
Something you need?
No, Penelope. You cannot do this to me. He loudly screamed, full of pain and anguish. Penelope softly cast him a mournful glance. Her eyes dreamily drifted off towards the merciless and cold winter sky. But I have to, she silently whispered, full of remorse. Her tender breath tenderly caressed his haggard cheekbones, mockingly. My heart beats with yearning when I see her sweet and lovely face. For you, oh my former beloved, my feelings resemble the deepest depths of the deep sea of dreams, but alas, I am still young. I want my heart.
这个我没买过吗？
Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
Yes?
All right.
What?
Fine.
Blasted armor. Intriguing.
That way?
应该在这吧。
Sure.
Just give the word.
We should get moving.
So, what's the plan?
Let me know what you need.
Corporal, what do we need?
先火回香。
Something you need?
As you want.
所有技能减25%。
Yes?
Uh-huh.
Corporal?
这个我还没升级啊。
So, what's the plan?
OK。奇山之路跟古老遗迹。
Sounds like a plan.
Tahar, finally! Do you have the stone?
I do. What now? How do we connect it to the Nexus?
Well, I've done a little research on that. It should be pretty straightforward. Give me the stone for a second, please.
Sure.
Thanks. Now, let's see. Whoa!
This is amazing.
What the heck just happened? Was that the stone?
Yeah. It seems like our plan worked. The stones are the power sources of the Nexus.
Not sources, Tahar. They're simply the catalysts. As I said, the energy, all this magic, it comes from someplace else.
Well, I definitely know why the Shapers were so powerful now. If they were able to harness that, I wouldn't want to be their enemy.
Pain.
Pardon?
Rekindling this place. I can feel their thoughts now. At least, some of them.
You mean the Shaper's thoughts?
Those who connected themselves to this place. The ones who had the power of telepathy. They left an echo, and whatever wiped out the Shapers, it caused pain. Horrible pain.
I see.
Well, fascinating or not, we need to connect our minds to the Nexus to find the source of Bloodburn, right? Can we do that now?
No. It's not strong enough yet.
Well, we knew that already. We need to find the second stone first. Let's head to Aeonir's Blade. It's a long journey, but we don't have a choice.
Just give the word. Beautiful, aren't they? These glyphs. Since we reignited the Nexus, they seem to have become a little brighter.
The entire knowledge of the Shapers. If only we knew how to access it.
Well, we sort of do, don't we? Iskrim knows how to read the Shaper tongue. But it would take centuries to decipher all of this. Anyway, still one stone to go. Something you want to talk about, Tahar?
Yes? What is it?
Goodbye.
Exciting, isn't it? All that energy. The Shapers must have been gods.
True. It's intriguing.
That's one word for it. Tahar, I need to say this. I'm glad the Harbinger sent you. You've made a dream of mine come true. More than one, to be honest. But anyway, we still need that second stone. Is there something you wish to discuss? Tahar, may I help you with something?
I'd still like to know more about how you ended up in Nortender.
Bugger and blast. And here I was hoping you'd forgotten. All right, I'll tell you. But only under one condition.
Yes?
That I get to ask you a personal question too.
没问题.
Then we have a deal. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Fair enough. I was born in the Windwall Mountains. Sorry, still sorting out my thoughts. It's been a long time since I last told this story to anyone. Alright, one more time. As you can imagine, I was born in Windwall, a child of the rocks.
Come again?
A true dwarf, as some would say. Born in the buried city, not on the outside as the traders and farmers are. My family was quite privileged. Not nobility, but my mother and father led a big smeltery which supplied one of the finest smithies. Moon silver weaponry. Ever heard of it?
I think so. The commanders of the Royal Army use them.
Figures. Well, my childhood was a rather unremarkable one. I had two brothers and a sister, and even though I was the oldest child, I was always the most quiet one. I learned quickly how to wield an axe, and I still know how to do it, but I never took pleasure in it. The same goes for my parents' craft. For some reason, Nihalf had given me a talent for metallurgy, but not the desire to use it. Instead, my biggest love was always made with ink. Books.
But I assume your parents didn't approve of that.
Oh no, they didn't mind. I had 3 siblings who could do the job as well as I, so the future of our family was secured. On the contrary, they were quite accepting, which wasn't usual amongst dwarves, especially not those in Windwall.
Dwarves are traditionalists, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they are. They love their brawls, they love their ale, and they love their metal crafting. And they never miss a chance to tell the outside world just how much they do.
Well, to be honest, when I think of dwarven culture, that's exactly what comes to my mind.
See? And that's the problem. There's always diversity in every race. There are soft-hearted orcs, there are elves who don't give a damn about the white tree, and there are humans with... well, you get the point. What I'm trying to say is, many dwarves love living these traditions, but there are some like me who just don't fit in. This is one of the reasons why I appreciate you and this group so much, Tahar. Aeonir's tools or not, we're all pariahs, in one way or another.
Are the surface dwarfs different?
Depends. There are some who are very open-minded. For example, the traders who get around a lot. On the other hand, there are some who are as ignorant as the Windwallers.
So, what happened? Why did you leave Windwall?
I'm getting there, Tahar. When I came of age, I found work in the Windwall Library. That time was also when I deepened my knowledge of the Shapers. I devoured all the books there were. and bought whatever writings the merchants brought in. They smiled at me, talked of me as the strange bird, but I didn't care. The more I read, the more spellbound I became, and the more I dreamed of journeying through Io to solve all those mysteries not yet uncovered.
Are there Shaper ruins in the Windwall Mountains?
Hardly. And those that are there are buried beneath miles and miles of rock. Impossible to access without a huge expedition.
Huh. And what kept you from doing just that?
Well, two things. First of all, my attachment to my family. Secondly, Gilak.
Gilead?
My, partner.
You had a partner?
Yeah. We met... I'd rather not go into detail too much. Fact is, we lived together for 6 years. He was very dear to me. Let's put it that way.
What are dwarven families like?
Similar to their human counterparts, I believe. Having family and offspring is considered to be very important, especially if you're of noble blood.
But living with someone of the same sex is acceptable?
Well, yes and no. If you do, you don't talk about it, and you should make sure to find yourself a wife or a husband to found a proper family, eventually, and bring new children of stone into the world, even if that family is just a charade. If you don't do that, you're frowned upon. There's even a word for a childless dwarf, man or woman. Galrag, which roughly translates as dusty boulder. Very amusing, I know.
That's sad.
Well, I doubt it's going to change anytime soon. And once again, the Shapers were different in that regard. As long as you stay within the boundaries of your caste, you could do as you pleased.
I understand. But something happened, didn't it?
Yeah. The Blackstone Rebellion. Ever heard of it?
No.
A coup. A small group of rebels tried to overthrow the royal house. It was bound to fail from the beginning. The rebels were anti-traditionalist and wanted to establish a new order, where it's the people who have the power, not the nobility. Gilak was one of these rebels.
Oh.
Yeah. At first, before the coup, they tried to raise awareness by giving underground speeches. A noble endeavor, but not at all thought through. Most dwarves just don't care about politics as long as they can have their mugs of ale. First, he didn't ask me to participate, but the more sour things went, the more he started pushing me. At one point, we had a fight, when he asked me to steal money from my family to support the movement. It was terrible. Finally, push came to shove, and he told me of the coup. He knew that despite my occupation, I was a remarkable fighter and Earthshaper, which is why he asked me to fight alongside him. You can make a difference, that's what he said. By Nihalf, he was just so naive. He really thought it would be like in the old legends, a group of courageous dwarves fighting their way to Algrim Castle with me at his side. I just don't... Forgive me. It's strange to talk about it like this.
It's okay. Thank you for trusting me.
Yeah, sure. You can imagine how torn I was. I knew he'd die if the coup took place, but I also knew that I couldn't stop him. When I told him he was mad, he called me a coward, a delusional bookworm, who'd rather spend his whole life dreaming about the past and changing the present. And then he left. The next day, I found him beheaded by a royal guard. They didn't even make it to the castle stairs.
I'm sorry, Iskrin.
It's all right.
Why didn't you tell the guard about the movement's plans? They could have stopped him.
Yeah, they could have. Only to execute him and all his friends the next morrow. Tahar, believe me, I thought about this quite a lot. About what I could or should have done. And do you want to know the saddest part of it?
What?
I came to the conclusion that I did nothing wrong. He had his mind set. And nothing I could have said would have changed what had been about to happen. In the end, there's only so much you can do.
What happened then?
I ran. Not only because I'd rather have died than return to that empty house of ours, but Also because they would have arrested me too. Our relationship wasn't a secret, and in their eyes, I was as eccentric as Gilak and his friends. And we all know how dangerous eccentrics are, don't we? I left my family a letter, telling them not to come after me. Bought a horse and rode as far as it would take me before collapsing. That was 9 years ago. I haven't returned ever since.
What about your family? Did you ever hear from them again?
Not directly. Every now and then, I return to a big city to find a dwarf who can tell me about Windwall. But the thought of returning, I don't know. I know it's cruel toward them, but I just don't think I could ever bear setting foot in those cursed stone halls again.
I see. And since then, you've been studying the Shapers?
Yeah. If there really is, as people say, a silver lining to everything, then this would be it. I'm finally doing what I was too afraid to do back in Windwall. I'm living my dream. Though the price I paid for it was high. And you know what, Tahar?
What?
There's a third reason to my fascination with the Shapers I haven't told you about yet. It's Gilak. Stupid as it may sound, there's a part of me who wants to prove him wrong. To show him that the past has value. That it can guide us towards a better world.
I see. Well, thank you for sharing this, Iskrim. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It felt good to talk about it. I didn't expect that. But you're not off the hook yet. The question, remember?
Right. Shoot.
Your past is even more unusual than mine. Growing up with a man like Isamu Tahar as your father? Without a mother? And then the whole thing with the Mage Rebellion? I know you've been through a lot. Now, I was wondering, if you could trade that past you've had for a different one, would you do it?
What kind of a past could I choose? Anything?
Anything.
No.
I wouldn't.
That surprises me, to be honest. But I think I understand. Either way, pleasure speaking with you. Hope this wasn't too grim for you, but then again, you asked for it. Give me some time now, will you?
Sure. Take care, Iskrim.
哇哦，解锁了什么？灵宝。哦。
Yes?
Huh?
无敌状态20秒。我靠，是真洛顿。
Yes, of course. Fine.
All right, why not?
Yes?
This way, right?
Yes.
What's it like to change form? I've been wondering about that since I met you.
I can imagine. It's exhilarating and strange at the same time. If it taught me one thing, then it's how foolish it is to put the mind above every other aspect of the body. Many people do that, especially scholars or mages.
What do you mean?
Because the shape of our flesh is so much more than just a shell. It defines us. When I take on the form of a wolf, for example, this wolf isn't just me with fangs and paws. It's a different version of myself.
A different version?
Yes. You can't understand if you haven't been there. But I guess you could say that when I'm taking on a creature's form, a part of my mind gets infused with that creature's essence. The thirst for the hunt. Thinking as part of a pack, just to name the most obvious aspects. They meld with my mind. When I was young and first started shifting, the creature always dominated. It was like a feverish dream, and I had almost no control over my actions. With time, it got better.
Did you ever completely lose control when you were in another form?
In the beginning, yes. But the Elder always made sure I was in a controlled environment when I did my first transformations.
How do you learn a new form?
That's complicated. First you have to understand that creature, observe it, live with it if possible. That can take months, years, sometimes decades. Then there's what we shamans call the first joining. You have to visualize your shift.
How does that work?
I can't explain it. It's like your first bloodshed. It can't be explained, only experienced.
So in theory, could you transform into anything? Even, say, a wyvern? A dragon?
In theory, yes. In practice, there's no known shapeshifter who has ever done that. Save for old orcish legends, maybe.
Why not?
First off, there aren't many dragons around to study. And even if there were, you aren't likely to survive it. Secondly, transforming into something that enormous, it can be lethal. Our minds, our essence just isn't fit to govern such a massive body. Only some years ago, there was talk of an Ash Reaver shifter who had attempted to morph into a troll. He succeeded, but his heart, the troll's heart, stopped before he could take a single step. So you see why most shifters aren't that eager to experiment.
That's definitely interesting. Thanks for taking the time to explain.
Sure.
Back in Bar Gagor, you told me that you think the orc should strive to be more. What do you mean by that? Do you consider your culture to be, well, inferior?
Inferior? No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm glad to be a fire wielder, and not a human or an elf.
Why?
Because not so unlike the Shapers, your culture is bigoted, strange. You like to tell yourselves you're more than the animals you slaughter for food. You call yourselves civilized. But in the end, you look for the struggle just as anything and anyone else does. But of course you don't admit to it. You want to be better than that. And the result are lies, intrigue, wars, and assassinations. Their culture is so bizarre that it's almost amusing.
有敌人以变盖全吧。
That might go for some, but not all of us.
Maybe, maybe not. So no, I don't consider our culture to be inferior. But we've gone astray. Fools such as Krell was one. They're the reason your race looks down on us. If Zakrak had wanted us to be ever-fighting, ravaging brutes, he wouldn't have given us minds to begin with. Every brawl, every battle, every war has to have a purpose. It isn't something done for pleasure. Yes, it can be enjoyed. But at its core, it is ritual. The most basic one of nature.
In other words, violence and war are good and necessary, but only within measure?
Yes, and it should be learned from. That's where most orcs disagree. They claim to value wisdom, but when asked to choose between words and a club, they always choose the club. And as you see, this is why our culture has stagnated. In its current state, there will never be an orc empire, a great tribe, or the earth-shaking horde Zarek envisioned.
So what you want is to lead your people to a better future?
You make it sound so dramatic. For now, the Fire Wielders are a good start. And by helping you, they will hopefully see that diplomacy and strength don't always contradict each other. After that, we shall see.
Did you always have these ambitions?
No.
Then where did they come from?
None of your business, Tahar. Sorry.
All right. Don't you think a world without violence is possible?
No.
Why? Isn't that what we should all aspire to?
We should aspire to a lot of things. But tell me, Tahar, this world has existed for millennia. And has there ever been peace? Lasting peace?
Yes.
No.
Exactly. And you don't think there's a reason for this? As I said, our very existence is based on conflict. Finding food, not freezing to death. Living means to struggle. Your people, with your warm clothes and banquets, try all in your power to forget that fact. But you can't, because ultimately, there's as much thirst for struggle in you as in an orc. What we orcs believe is that we should embrace it. That we should just face the truth, even if it's ugly. That the ways of nature can't be changed by its creation. It's like fighting the tides.
So what? Do we just kill each other whenever we feel like it?
No. What we need is a way to channel our urges. Ceremonial battles, arenas, a society that is centered around survival and strength, and gains, rather than loses stability from it. Because if we simply suppress these urges, such as humans, the elves, and the dwarves do, they will at one point only erupt even more violently.
Yes, when you secure
I never looked at it that way. But I think you might be right.
You never fail to surprise, Tahar. Anyway, where were we?
Well, thanks for explaining.
Sure.
How did you become a shapeshifter?
I was chosen.
And how does that work?
Complicated. Are you sure you want to hear the whole story? Time isn't exactly on our side.
It isn't, but the more I know about your abilities, the better. You're fighting for me, after all.
We're not fighting for you, Tahar. We are fighting alongside each other. That's a big difference.
Alongside, then.
Good. Let's make it short, then. Shapeshifting is a gift of Zarek. One that only the best of his shamans are granted.
And how does one become a shaman?
He has to be chosen by a tribe's chieftain. You see, magical talent is a lot rarer among orcs than it is among humans or elves. In my tribe, there was only me and Rain. We both discovered our talent by chance. I, when I was 9, and put out a fire that had broken out in my family's hut. Everybody was asleep, Even the damn fool that had been tasked to stand guard. When I woke up, the entire room was in flames.
So it was your magic that woke you?
No, I needed to take a piss.
Makes sense. What happened then?
I panicked and started screaming, as every child would have. However, the only thing that did was make me inhale the fumes even quicker. My vision blurred and I lost consciousness. When I woke up again, I was on a bed of hay in the village shaman's tent, and everybody was staring at me, as if I was Zarek incarnate. I asked what happened and they told me. Just when I had lost consciousness, it had started to rain. Not just a little. It was a full-fledged storm, a deluge from the skies. With not even a minute, all the tents in the village had been flooded. The fire wasn't extinguished right away, but was quickly put out by the other orcs that had been awoken by the storm.
That's impressive.
Well, it was also my last successful weather ritual. If it hadn't been, Barker Gore would be all meadows and forests by now. According to my brothers, I had an orange shimmer in my eyes and was muttering strange words when they took me to the shaman. She told me that was a clear sign that I was gifted and that I had fire in my blood, as my tribe likes to say. Of course, it changed my life entirely. All of a sudden, I was my Cal's pride. It was strange, not just for me, but also for my kin.
Who trained you? The healer?
Yes, but only about her craft. Primitive ghost callings, alchemy, medicine. I learned my magic from an elder who lived in a tiny shack a 15-mile march from our village. I woke up every day before dawn, walked for 2 hours, served him, and received my lessons. Then returned to my cow shortly before midnight. It was hard, yes, but it was insightful. Those long walks in the darkness, the solitude at the foot of the mountain where his shack was, they shaped me.
How did your family take it?
Well, they were proud. But they also weren't sure how to treat me anymore. For example, my father stopped taking me out on the hunt because he was afraid that something might happen. Which is ridiculous. Shaman or not, an orc who can't wield a spear isn't an orc at all. Also, my siblings became withdrawn. Jealousy, of course, but also estrangement. All of a sudden, their baby brother had become this strange being, which had apparently been bitten by Zarek himself.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be dramatic. There's worse fates than being the one gifted orc among thousands.
Interesting. And who is this Rain you mentioned earlier?
Did I? Well, that's complicated. I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
Huh?
Regarding this Rain you told me about,
No, Tahar. Accept it.
I'll be off. Yes.
Sure.
感觉时机未到。
Yeah, do you need something? I'm a tad busy.
Goodbye.
Tahar, what is it?
There's one thing I've been wondering about. After we parted at the hideout, what exactly happened? How did you and my father part ways?
Good question. I guess it all started with the relics, the tomes. You remember them, right?
Yes. He was hoping they'd help him to win the war.
Exactly. And there was this one moment when he found the 5th tome, when I came to a realization. You see, there were all those bodies, enemies, but also many of our people. We had shed so much blood, Tahar. But Asamo, he didn't care. If there was any grief in his eyes, I couldn't see it. And as dramatic as it may sound, that's when I finally understood that we had lost our cause. This wasn't about ideals, about us mages anymore. It was about him. Whatever his intentions had become.
And that's the reason Zane, Helena, and I betrayed him. Come on, do you really want to tell us you didn't see that before? The tomes were all about power.
I knew it was about power. But Asamo always told us that he would use that power for the greater good. And it's not that far off. I mean, can't you imagine? With the power of the tomes, we could have united the world. Even made it a better one. No more persecution of the deviant. No more wars, no more suffering.
You mean an aristocracy, with a couple of mages playing God?
There's always someone playing God. And honestly, don't you think the world would have been a better place if there were gods who actually cared? Who involved themselves in politics? I do. Tahar, what is it?
I'll be off. Will do.
该不会选项会影响吧？
As you want.
So, what's the plan?
Yes?
Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
Well, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. How did you become an assassin?
Why do you want to know?
Because I want to know my allies.
Huh. I see. In short, my mother sold me. And after an incident, my owner noticed my talents. He started to train me to carry out jobs for him. And when I was 17, he had an accident. I've been an independent assassin ever since.
Your mother sold you? But where? Why?
Because she needed the coin, and already had 4 children to feed. And as for your first question, where there is demand, there is a market. Particularly in a big city like Greyfell. It's not as uncommon as you might believe.
You're saying there's a slave market in Greyfell?
Slaves, sex, murdering for pleasure. Just imagine every dark desire you can think of. And you know what the Greyfell Bazaar has to offer. I find it interesting that this surprises you. Didn't you serve in the Royal Army for 8 years?
I only joined shortly before the Mage Wars started, and the Greyfell affairs were the responsibility of the Greyfell Guard. I just didn't know.
Well, now you do. I do not agree with the purity of light in most aspects. But they are right when they say there are many sinners in this world. If you believe in the concept of sin, that is.
Even if she needed the money, that's despicable.
Well, to her credit, she didn't take it lightly. At least as far as I can remember. I was only 7 when that happened.
That doesn't make it better. How do you feel about this? Your mother selling you off?
Well, I used to feel strongly about it. Now I've simply accepted it as part of my past. But there are plenty of reasons for that.
That's quite the story.
Is it?
So, who is this man who bought you?
I won't talk about that. This chapter of my past is done, and I want it to stay buried.
I understand.
I'm glad you do. So, tell me, Pariah, how did you become the Betrayer's child in the first place? It's rare for a child to defy their own father.
He lost his vision. When he started the rebellion, it was about the safety of mages, but he became more and more radical. I just couldn't stand by and watch anymore.
That's admirable. Well, thank you for sharing this with me. Either way, is there anything else you need?
There's something I've been wondering. How can you kill for a living?
What do you mean? How can I align it with my morals?
Yes.
I don't know if this is the right moment for this conversation. Maybe another time.
The Field Dark. What may sound like a myth or horror story to many is harsh reality for the 200 Iron Falcons of the canyon named Aeonir's Blade. According to legend, the Guardian Gods fought back the Field Dark, ancient mythical demons, and sealed them in a tomb. Ever since that day, the Field Dark have tried to break free, raising hordes of the undead from the sand to do their bidding. And it is only the Iron Falcons who stand between them and their return to the world.
Huh. Quite the view. So that's where the Iron Falcons guard the Field Dark.
I don't need to remind you that we should be careful, right? Aeonir's Blade is and always has been a battlefield.
I know. We'll go in, get the stone, and leave. Maybe we won't even need to send in our army. Let's scout the area.
Sounds like a plan.
Understood. Will do.
Sure.
Hold on.
Huh? You're right. They... Whoa.
What is it?
I think I just saw something. A part of the canyon.
That's interesting.
Let me try again. Blazes. It works. I can see the canyon. Huh. Seems that these bones can only show one part of the valley at once. Damn it. Fascinating.
Now I've seen everything.
Was that a pun?
Ha ha.
Either way, this might be useful against the undead.
这样就完事
Got
了
it.。
You got it.
有人
Let me know what you need.
Told them he shouldn't do it.
Tiara's breath. Who are you? Who did this to you?
What?
I said, who are you?
No. No, Mother. It was him. Why don't you believe me? It was him!
He's hallucinating. It's too late for him.
Wait, let me see. Selwen lura sar eswan tur.
Mother? I can see this city now. Tiara's breath. It's so white. So beautiful.
Poor man.
He was an Iron Falcon. That's a bad sign. Seems that something happened down in that canyon. Let's be wary.
Yes, of course.
Huh?
Certainly. As you want. All right.
That way?
Huh. Intriguing. That's the way?
Sounds like a
A
plan.
fine plan.
Sure.
Fine.
We should get moving. Sure.
Here we go. Undead.
Another bad sign. The Falcons are supposed to defend the entrance to the valley.
What do we need?
Yes?
You got it.
Yes, of course. Everything has an end. I will do as I must.
Yes.
Yes?
捂的是真的手。
Yes?
Yes?
What's next?
We should get moving.
You have my attention.
Danger up ahead! This place is a bloody graveyard.
盾击。
Corporal.
Help! Please!
来了来了。
Let's see.
Sure.
You read my mind.
Yes.
Blasted armor.
This way, right?
哎呦，
Let us make this quick. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's see what we can do.
They will fall.
What is it?
That way?
As you require.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Understood.
Here we go.
All right.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Fine plan.
All right, why not?
Blasted armor.
有啊，
Something you need?
As you want. Let us make this
I'm
quick.
dead.
I'll take a look.
This way, right? Let's see.
好啊，
Huh?
Got it.
That's the way?
Fine.
哎，我升级了。
Hmm?
每次攻击可以回5点精力。爆率怎么降低了？52吧，552、261。 加一下体质啊。
Corporal?
,30秒。
Yes.
Let me know
Sure.
what you need.
Will do.
我看有没有截图成功啊。对。还有个硬币要处理，3个钥匙也没拿到，金剑。需要3个凤凰的碎片。
So, what's the plan?
As you want. A fine plan.
What?
Everything has an end.
fine.
Sure. Yes, of course.
Whatever's necessary. This place is a bloody graveyard.
法师怎么暴击吗？
Understood.
敏捷的法杖。
Just give the word.
Yes?
Yes?
还有这种事？
You have my attention.
Corporal?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
So, what's the
What's
plan?
next?
Huh?
All right. The Falcons are definitely in trouble.
It's not just falcons, though.
Let's get down there.
Sounds
好
like
像
a
不关
plan.
我的事了。
Fine.
Yes.
What do we need? Yes?
Another death man? Look, friend, why can't you stick to our agreement for just an hour?
Deathmen? What do you mean?
What is this? Are you...
Now, would you look at that? The fabled falcons have called for reinforcements. They look a bit old, though. I always thought Lady Aranor likes her recruits young and ripe for plucking.
Hi, Keeper Aranor. And a hint of respect would be in order, Sir Catras.
Yeah, I know. You folk would kill for your formalities and traditions, even if it means sacrificing your own troops to a group of undead.
You're confusing something. We're not reinforcements.
Oh.
Then who are you?
It's complicated. To put it shortly, we're looking for a relic that we believe to be hidden here in the desert.
Neatalf's helmet?
No. Shaper energy stone. Hard to explain.
Energy stone? Well, I hate to shatter your treasure hunting fantasies, but whatever it is you're looking for, you're going to have a hard time finding it. The Iron Falcons lost the fortress, and thus the tomb.
Oh, that's bad.
You make it sound as if we forgot to lock the door. Tell me, stranger, have you ever heard of the blood burn?
I have. What about it?
Well, most people think that it only affects the living. That's wrong. The blood burn has an effect on the dead, too. At least here. It wakes them.
The Bloodburn wakes the undead? How?
I don't know how. I only know what it does. Whenever a mage hears that cursed song, the undead rise. And it frenzies them, almost like somebody is speaking inside their heads.
Just like I thought. Telepathy. It must be able to stimulate the remnants of their minds, even though they've died long ago.
I beg your pardon?
Doesn't matter.
Is it possible that the undead also killed a scout of yours? We found one on the mountain pass.
Tiar's breath. That must have been Henry. We sent him to ask for reinforcements. May the Guardians have mercy on his soul.
We did all we could. I'm sorry.
No need to be. He gave his life to protect Io, as we Falcons all will one day. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
And these undead overran your fortress?
8 days ago, yes. We were forced to retreat, and now they're continuously pushing us back. We're losing soldiers every day. It's a nightmare.
This isn't good. I don't know how precise these old Shaper maps are, but according to them, the stone should be hidden somewhere in the fortress.
I can hear you, and I know which stone you're talking about.
Lady Aranor, come to favor us with your lovely presence again?
Shut up. As I said, I believe I know which stone you're talking about. It's been with the Falcons as long as I can remember, but we never figured out its use. What do you want it for?
I'm working for someone who wants to put an end to the Bloodburn.
Huh. Lofty words. Look, stranger. If circumstances were different, we might discuss this. But right now, you're at the bottom of my priority list. I think it's best if you just go your way and look for another stone.
We can't do that. But maybe we could help.
You?
We and our army, which is waiting at the entrance of the canyon.
You're joking.
We're not. Go send a scout if you don't believe us.
Well, this just got a whole lot more interesting.
No. Whoever you are, there's no way on Io the Iron Falcons will cooperate with a bannerless army, Deathmen or yours. The canyon is our responsibility. As I said, go back to where you came from and let us handle this. We've protected Aenir's blade for centuries, and we will not fail at it now. Hold the line, Kiroy.
Oof, look at those legs. Like pillars. If only she had half as much wits as she had muscle, this whole dilemma would have been resolved by now. Come to my camp if you want to talk. I think introductions are in order, and I can help you.
Good luck, stranger. Thanks for coming back. Sorry the Keeper treated you so harshly. Thing is, we really could use your help. Any help, that is. Our sisters and brothers are still in the fortress, and I'm afraid they won't make it much longer. And as much as I respect the commander, I think she shouldn't have dismissed your offer so quickly.
So, what do you suggest we do?
Well, she is our leader, so without her consent, we can't do anything. But you could try to gain her trust.
I don't understand her concerns. Why can't she just give us a chance?
Well, I fully agree with you. We have lost far too much time already. But knowing Highkeeper Aranor, I can tell you that this is the only way to convince her. 2 days ago, one of our brothers deserted. Find him and bring him back to Highkeeper Aranor. That should help you win her trust.
So the Deathmen are mercenaries. What do they want?
It's actually pretty simple. A relic. They were hired by some rich artifact collector from Everlight, who wants them to find Neathalf's helmet.
Neathalf's helmet? That's fascinating. So it is here, in Aenir's blade?
Yes, but in our possession. And since it's a relic of the Guardians, we are obliged to protect it, as much as we are bound to protect the tomb of the File Darg. Oh, this wouldn't be a problem if the undead hadn't taken our fortress. There's no way this group of cutthroats would have breached the walls. But now they want to help us free the fortress in return for the helmet.
That's a brazen move.
I agree. But it's also necessary. Even if the Guardians are watching us and judging our actions that very moment, they must see that the tomb of the File Darg and our brethren who are still in the fortress are more important than the helmet. But sadly, that is not how High Keeper Aranor sees it. So, it's complicated. The Deathmen refuse to help as long as the Keeper doesn't swear to hand over the artifact in return.
Can't you just reclaim the fortress yourselves?
We've tried, but these undead, they are different. It's almost like this atrocity who is leading them, the one in the fortress, has given them some kind of intelligence. They are organized, almost like an army.
You said that the Bloodburn woke them?
It still does. Every second night or so, our mages hear that forsaken song, and more undead rise from the ground. The fact that this place has been a battlefield for centuries doesn't make it better. There's as many bones as there are grains of sand.
Have you lost men to the Bloodburn too?
Well, most of us are magically gifted one way or the other, so hardly. But there have been casualties, yes.
That's harsh. Katris said the Deathmen could help me, too.
That man says a lot when the day is long. I hope you're not seriously considering working with these cutthroats.
I'll think about it.
Well, don't think too long.
We should think this through, Tahar. I'm sure we can only get on the good side of one of them. Deathmen or Falcons.
Blasted armor.
You got it.
跑去
Sounds
哪
like a
里
plan.
啦？好，特拉斯。
This way, right?
Fine plan.
We should get moving.
Got it.
Yes, of course.
Sure.
Sure.
Blasted armor. That's the way? Huh. Intriguing.
我的啦。
As you want.
That way?
Fine.
哎呦，
I will do as I must.
Just give the word.
They will fall. Will do.
All right.
Stay away! I'm not going back!
What do we need?
All right. Why not?
Corporal?
Sounds like a plan.
What is it?
Understood.
That's the way? What? Sure. Blasted armor. This way, right? Sure. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Corporal? All right. Why not?
You got it.
Let me know what you need.
You came. I'm flattered.
You said you could help us.
I can, but first things first, right? I'm Catras Vertarth, leader of the Honorable Deathmen. Well, not really honorable, but you get the idea. What's your name?
Tahar.
Pleasure to meet you, Tahar. Since you've already talked to our Falcon friend over there, I assume you're familiar with the dilemma. We want the helmet, but Madam Squareface doesn't want to cooperate with us.
Can you tell me more about that helmet?
No.
So I assume you want us to help you recapture the fortress?
Yes. And in return, we'll give you that stone you want, and a small share of our pay.
I doubt the Keeper would like this.
Judging by those dead eyes and the stubborn look on her face, I doubt the Keeper likes anything but stale bread, prayer altars, and fighting the undead under the desert sun.
Before I decide anything, I want to know more about you. Who are the Deathmen exactly?
As I said, mercenaries. The only difference between us and most groups is that we don't give a damn about the race, the past, or the skin color of our recruits. Which is why we and Lady Aranor get along so terribly well. As much as we value them keeping us safe from the File Dark, the Iron Falcons are an uptight bunch of elitists.
You're a dark elf, right?
No, I just paint my skin blue because it looks pretty.
Sorry, it's just I've never seen one of your kind before.
Well, now you have. Though I'm probably not the best example. I don't eat babies, I don't fuck corpses, and I don't spend all day mumbling ominous incantations.
Let's assume I'm interested in your offer. How do you envision this cooperation?
Well, first of all, I want you to take care of something for me. Just recently, one of the Falcons deserted. Can't blame him, to be honest. Sadly, he just ran off into the desert rather than coming to our camp. I would like to change that. If he's still alive, find him and bring him to me. He might have some information that might be useful. Afterwards, you can bring in your army, we join forces and take back the fortress. You get your stone, I'll get my helmet. Everybody wins.
Why do you need me for this?
Because Madam Squareface keeps a watchful eye on me. She even said that if we make one wrong move, they'll use violence. No, I doubt she'd be that stupid, with these undead at our doorstep.
How will Keeper Aranor react to this?
I don't know, but if we join forces, we outnumber her by far. And it's not as if I'm planning on plundering, I just want the helmet. After that, she can have the fortress back. In a way, we're even doing her a favor. Her men are dying in there. I offered my help, you did, but she doesn't want it. You can only lead a horse to the water, you can't make it drink.
All right, I'll think about it.
Well, think fast. So long, Tahar. I hope to see you around.
Sure.
Blasted armor. That's the way?
Yes, of course.
You got it.
Yes.
Blasted armor.
Yes?
Huh?
Let me see.
Stay away! I'm not going back!
I take it you're the deserter.
Deserter? I'm the only one with a hint of reason. Did she send you? Highkeeper Aranor?
If I bring you back, will the High Keeper kill you?
I don't know. I'm a deserter, so it is her good right to do so, but maybe she will settle for a month in the dungeon. Still, just don't make me go back there, please.
What do you mean by a hint of reason?
Isn't it obvious? That whole thing, it's ridiculous. Our brethren are still inside the fortress. Blazes, even Aranor's disciple is. But she just refuses to cooperate with the Deathmen. And why? Because she's too proud. She hides it behind the Falcon Way and our traditions. But that's nonsense. Yeah, sure, the Falcons are a purely human order. But that doesn't mean you can't accept help from a dark elf if the fate of EO depends on it, does it? Instead, she's planning this idiotic foray which will be the sure end of us all.
She's planning an attack.
You didn't know? Yes, tomorrow at night. It's pure madness, and I'm not throwing my life away like this. I'd rather die in the desert. But you're gonna take me back, aren't you? To the Falcons.
我要在这边做抉择啦。
No, I'm with the Deathmen. They want me to bring you to their camp.
They... what?
Katris, their leader, wants to take you in. They want your help storming the fortress and clearing it from the undead. I have an army too, and I'll help him.
Oh, that's... huh. Well, I guess that's good news. But I'll never be able to return to the Falcons that way.
As I said, Katris will take you in. Now go.
All right. Whoever you are, thank you. You saved my life.
Yes?
The Field Dog. What may sound like a myth or horror story to many is harsh reality for the 200 Iron Falcons of the...
You didn't know? Yeah.
Sort of. I'm here to bring you back to the Falcons' camp.
Well, what can I do? I'll go back. You don't look like the kind of person to argue with. But if I die, it's on you.
Don't lay off the blame. You made a choice, and now you have to face the consequences. Now move.
Let me know what you need.
Yes, will do. Wait. Understood.
Yes, and I will gladly accept my punishment. But please, High Keeper, at least consider the offer.
We'll see. Now get back to your post, Kiroy. The undead aren't waiting for you.
High Keeper.
So, what's the plan?
Interesting. High Keeper Aranor,
I know what you did. You brought back Scion Merrick. Kiroy told me all about his little plan.
So? Will you let us help or not?
Fine. Yes, I will. Bring in that army of yours, and we'll see if we can deal with the undead together. Talk to Kiroy, my second-in-command. He'll show you where you can set up an outpost.
Wait, that boy is your second-in-command?
He's older than he looks and one of the most capable keepers. So yes, he is my second-in-command.
Fair enough. I'll talk to him.
Good.
Yes.
This way, right?
Got it.
Yes? Please tell me you have good news.
I do. The High Keeper agreed to the alliance, and she told me you'd show us a spot for our army to make camp.
Ah, finally some good news. All right, I'll show you a good spot.
Hold on a moment. High Keeper Aranor said you're the Falcon's second-in-command.
Well, yes I am.
Aren't you a bit young for that?
Maybe. Maybe not. Traditionally, the Falcon's recruits are chosen at the age of 6. In other words, I've been in this desert for 18 years, so I have experience.
Lead the way.
18年老兵。
Changed your mind?
Here, this is a good place to build your outpost. Once you're all set up and your army has arrived, we'll discuss further steps.
What do we need? I think we're set.
You are. Though I certainly didn't expect your army to be a bunch of sellswords. I hope they're not just here for the loot.
Well, don't worry. The Wayfarers aren't just sellswords. They fight for a cause.
Your word in Tiara's ear. Well, best we get started. I'll order a carriage of basic provisions to be delivered your way. It's not much, but as you can guess, most of our resources are in the fortress. Since you've also brought some craftsmen with you, we would be grateful if you could share some of your resources with us once you've started gathering. The more provisions we have, the better we'll fight. Just drop them off at our camp. Also, if you could take out those towers, that would help us tremendously.
Towers?
Yes, they are ancient Hibernian devices the Falcons have used for centuries to defend themselves against the undead. They have captured them and seem to be using them against us, which is, once more, worrying. Undead are meant to be mindless monsters, not tacticians. I strongly assume it's this creature who is leading them.
Understood. When do we strike the fortress?
Once we've gained enough ground and are prepared enough, I guess. That's really up to Highkeeper Aranor and you to decide. Just make sure you fill her in on your plans. Ah, and yes, now that might be worth a try.
What?
There's an old catapult up to the northeast. When that whole bloodburn mess started, we pushed it up there to take out clusters of undead, but we were forced to retreat. If you can reclaim it, we can use it to our advantage.
All right, let's get to work then.
Do that. And I'm glad you came along. That attack the Highkeeper plan to free the fortress. It would have been a suicide mission. You prevented one tragedy from happening, friend. Let's hope we can prevent the second one, too.
Something you need?
Sir? Sir!
Come on.
You're the commander, aren't you?
I am. What's wrong?
There's been a sighting of this entity again. You know, the one who comes with the bloodburn.
More undead.
Yes. All of us are busy keeping the hordes from the fortress at bay. But depending on how many this blasted song wakes up this time, we might be in for a lot of trouble.
Okay, I'll clear out that site. Where is it?
In the mountains, to the southwest. Thank you. And Tiara's blessings.
Sure.
Just give the word.
这边有石头啊。
That's the way?
You have my attention. As you require.
Understood.
A fine
Building
plan.
completed.
What's next?
Huh?
Fair enough. Let's do this. Get
Walking
ready.
corpses. We're
Take
being
them down.
attacked.
谁让你来啦？
Sounds like a plan.
我的
Let
地
us
方
make
上
this
面
quick.
Danger up ahead!
What is it?
Yes?
Alright then, let's get to it.
Yes?
北方的投石车。
Yes.
Alright, why not? Got this way, right?
All right, give me a second.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
What do we need?
So much to do, so little time. This will be a masterpiece.
We're being attacked!
Whatever's necessary. Corporal?
All right.
They will fall.
We're being attacked!
Blazes, somebody help me! Get those sodding things off me!
There goes nothing.
You read my mind.
Let me know what you need.
Blasted armor.
Blasted, blistering blazes. That was close. Where by knee-half were those sodding falcons? They're supposed to keep the canyon safe.
They're busy. What are you even doing here? We're a long way from Windwall.
That's, complicated. Listen, friend, I'm not here by myself, but with my two brothers. We were split up when those blasted corpses awoke all of a sudden. You look as though you can wield a sword. Could you go look for them? Please, I'll even pay.
Where are they?
Probably up north, but who knows where those sodding creatures drove them.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. I'd come and help you, but I can barely walk anymore. I'll wait here.
Uh-huh.
好好休息吧。
Hmm?
What's next?
好圆满。
Of course.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
What is it?
Yes?
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology. Building completed.
Here we go.
They will fall.
Here! Your struggle is pointless.
We're being attacked!
We should get moving.
I'll keep you shielded.
Just give the word.
Expansion is
We're
the key.
being attacked!
Yes? At your command. Commander.
Yes. Fair enough. Let's do
More
this.
of them.
Huh?
This place is a bloody graveyard. More fighting. Does this never end?
Let's see what we
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
Sure.
You got it.
Whatever's necessary. Undead.
Fine.
All right.
Yes? At your command.
So, what's the plan?
Understood.
Yes?
All right.
Sure.
All right, then. Let's get to it.
Commander.
Commander. Yes?
Walking corpses.
Commander.
Take them down.
For Northander!
Danger up ahead.
We're being attacked!
Is this really necessary?
Just give the word.
Did you say something?
At your command. Huh?
We're being attacked!
Help! Please!
Forward!
I'm ready.
So, what's
More
the plan?
fighting. Does this never end?
Commander. Commander.
You'll regret
Now,
this.
attack!
Did you say something?
Heading out.
What is it? Everything has an end.
Yes? This way, right? Corporal?
Yes.
Yes?
You read my mind.
Your struggle is pointless.
Get ready.
They will fall.
What?
Well then.
At your command.
Corporal? A fine plan.
We should get moving.
Mm-hmm. What's next?
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
Yes?
I'll keep you shielded. More of them. This place is a bloody graveyard.
Building completed.
Yes?
Here we go.
We're being attacked!
I will do as I must.
Yes? That's your command.
I'm ready.
Understood. Of course.
Our workers are under attack.
Commander. Did you say something? What?
Now!
Something you need?
That way?
As you require.
I'm ready.
We're being attacked!
Yes?
You got it.
Yes, of course.
Sounds like a plan.
Got it.
We're being attacked!
Fine.
Commander.
Commander.
For Northander!
I'm ready.
This will be bloody.
What do we need? A fine plan.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Do you smell that? Incense. This must have been some kind of ritual site. Wait. Did you hear that?
The song. Yeah.
That blazes! We're clear, but what's that noise?
I think I know. A Zaragnar, a tribe-eater.
A what?
A kind of demon that normally only appears in Bargakor. The orcs believe that when a tribe gets weak and stops pursuing the struggle, the god Zarak sends these things from below the earth. They're known to wipe out entire tribes, hence the name. The Song of the White, the bloodburn must have woken it. Tahar, I will not lie. This is bad. Very bad. If we don't calm it, it is very likely that it will devastate our army, as well as the Deathman and the Falcons.
Don't you think we can kill it?
We can try, but the odds certainly aren't on our side. There needs to be... Wait, yes, of course. The sacrifice.
Sacrifice?
Yes, it should be possible to put the tribe-eater back to sleep, if we sacrifice its thirst for blood. A soldier, maybe. If we don't do this, our chances of survival will be very slim.
But that's cruel. Don't tell me you're seriously considering this, Tahar.
Wait a moment. You want me to sacrifice a soldier? How am I even supposed to do that?
I think it should suffice if you simply send him into the circle. He might even thank us for it. Now I advise you make a decision, Tahar. Time is sparse.
Forget about it. I'm not giving one of my soldiers to this beast. We'll run or fight it.
All right. I do not think that's wise, but it's your choice.
We're being attacked!
Just give the word.
Our population is at maximum capacity. We need to expand.
Yes? Now!
What?
Attack!
Commander.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
That's just how it is.
Huh? Corporal,
We're
as you
being
want.
attacked! Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Well then.
啊，有多4个人而已啊。
Yes?
Something you need?
I'm ready.
So much to do, so little time. That should work. Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. This will be a mess.
Building completed.
So, what's the plan?
Need scouting?
All right then, let's get to it.
We're being attacked!
That's the way?
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, of course.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
A fine plan.
That way?
Yes. Yes? We should get moving.
Will do.
This way, right?
You got it.
Expansion is the key to victory.
This'll be a masterpiece.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
That should work. That should work.
We're being attacked!
Uh-huh.
We're being attacked!
All right, here goes nothing.
Blazes! It's headed towards our outpost!
Yes.
As you require, huh?
Sure.
You read my mind.
Let us make this quick.
Blasted armor.
As you want.
So much to do.
Building completed.
I will do as I must.
provisions are running low. We need more food.
Understood. Whatever's necessary.
Just give the word.
Well, keep you shielded.
Tiara's breath. That thing's humongous.
Kill it!
Commander.
Commander, we should get moving.
Yes?
Sure.
Corporal?
Corporal?
Mm-hmm. They will fall.
All right. Why not?
What is it?
What's next?
Sure.
That way?
Let me know what you need.
Fine.
Yes. Sounds like a plan.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Hit them where it hurts.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
So much to do.
We're being attacked!
More fighting. Does this never end? Did you say something? Not aim! Fire!
Will do.
Focus.
Yes?
Well then.
CD 这么久。
So, what's the plan? Just give the word. You got it.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Yes?
Fair enough. Let's do this.
I will do as I must.
I'm ready. Good idea.
At your command.
That should work.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Huh?
这边应该还有一组人吧？
This will be a masterpiece.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
哎，这样太错了。
Building completed.
What's next?
We're being attacked!
Uh-huh.
Yes?
That should work.
They won't know what hit them. Open fire!
Building completed.
Hit them where it hurts.
What do we need?
Get ready!
Building completed.
We're being attacked!
Here we go.
That's your command. This will be funny.
They won't know what hit
Yes?
them.
Commander.
Knock! Aim! Fire!
Yes.
Do you need medical attention?
Yes?
Point me to the wounded.
Yes?
All right.
Blasted armor.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You read my mind.
Yes. You got it.
Let's see what we can do.
We're being attacked!
General, let's save some lives.
We're being attacked!
Oh, what's the plan?
Fine.
All right, here goes nothing.
As you want.
This way, right?
All right.
So
much to do, so little time. All right, then, let's get to it.
Yes?
We're being attacked!
Are you injured? I'll follow you.
That's your command.
Do you need medical attention?
Huh?
Danger up ahead! Take them down. You'll regret this.
Get ready. Here we go.
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
Well,
哎呦，服了。
They killed one of our heroes.
Yes? Come on. Don't die on us now.
We're being attacked.
Let me know what you need.
Our workers are under attack.
Uh-huh.
Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
Our workers are under attack. Our workers are under attack.
Yes?
Building completed. General, point me to the wounded.
Yes?
Got it.
So much to do, so little time.
More of them. This place is a bloody graveyard.
Are you injured? We're being attacked! I'm here.
I'll keep you shielded.
Do you need medical attention? Your struggle is pointless.
Let us make this quick.
Whatever's necessary.
That way?
A fine plan.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Building completed.
What's next?
This will be a masterpiece.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
We should get moving.
Understood.
All right,
What?
then, let's get to it. This will be a masterpiece. So much to do, so little time.
We're being attacked!
I'm ready.
Point me to the wounded. If you're wounded, apply pressure quickly. Building completed.
Commander.
Well then.
Try not to hurt yourself.
Huh?
As
General?
required.
I go where I'm needed.
Yes?
Are you injured? Do you need medical attention?
哇妈！
General? Point me to the wounded.
All right, give me a second.
Will do.
Sounds like a plan.
Let us make this quick.
Yes.
Are you injured?
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. This will be a masterpiece.
So, what's the plan?
Do you need medical attention? Any injuries, you come to me.
Just give the word.
Building completed.
Help! Please!
What do we need?
Building completed.
Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Expansion is the key to victory.
You have my
This would be a
attention.
masterpiece.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
守护者跟精英战士
Barbara?
下一期
Are you
就
injured?
Huh? Yes?
Do you need medical attention? Jerry?
We're being attacked!
Barbara?
Fair enough. Let's do this.
What is it?
Get moving.
I
Are
will
you
do as I
injured?
must.
Here we go.
Try not to hurt yourself.
What is it?
All
Do
right,
you need
here goes
medical
nothing.
Yes?
Yes.
Danger up ahead!
Point me to the wounded.
Take that, you piece of... What the... Oi! You there! Over here! Help me!
Are you injured?
She's ready to fire.
Yes.
You have my attention.
Sure.
Building completed.
Nihal's hammer. You saved us. Who are you? What are you doing in this cursed place?
Long story. But your brother sent me to look for you.
Ulfric. So, he's alive.
He is. Follow me. I'll take you to him.
All right.
Point me to the wounded. If you need
What's next?
I'm here.
Yes?
That way?
Got it.
Sure.
Are you injured? This way? Do you need medical attention?
Something you need?
General?
Would you like to push? Change.
Huh?
Yes, of course.
If you're wounded, apply pressure quickly.
Here we go.
I'm dead.
Everything has an end.
What is it? Is this really
I'll
necessary?
go where I'm needed. Try not to hurt yourself.
All right. Why not?
He's ready to fire.
Point me to the wounded.
Building completed.
At your command.
Commander?
Are you injured?
Would you like to push? Or change?
哇，就不能回去吗？我靠！
What is any injuries? You come to me.
东北的投石机到底在哪？
That should work. Chop chop, man. He's ready to fire.
If you need to be patched up, I'm here. Any injuries, you come to me. If you're wounded, apply pressure quickly.
What is it?
Uh-huh.
Aye, any word from my brothers yet?
哎呀，他妈是有病是吧？
Yes.
That's the way. Would you like
Let's
to
save
push?
some lives.
For a change?
I'll follow you.
What's next? Yes.
All right, give me a second.
Let me know what you need.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
We should get moving.
为什么是跟着我大军走？
Sounds like a plan.
Yes. Something you need?
Building completed.
Blasted armor. What do we need?
Huh?
Corporal?
Building completed.
Try not to hurt yourself.
That way?
He's ready to fire. What is
This way? Yes.
This will be a masterpiece.
Just give the
This
word.
way, right?
Did you say something? The arrows are...
Corporal?
Interesting.
By Nihalf, there you are! You did it! Blasted blistering blazes, I don't know what to say.
You're welcome. How about my pay?
Ah, yes, sure. Here you go. It's not much, but it's all I can offer. Honestly, friend, thank you. For a moment, I seriously thought I had lost them.
We're not that easy to get rid of, Ulfric. You should know that.
So it seems. Listen, this might sound odd, but you wouldn't know a good place for us to stay and do our commerce, would you? These days, it's not safe to travel these roads without an escort anymore, and frankly, we're tired of bandits, undead, and monsters trying to slice, claw, and maul us into dwarven stew.
You still haven't told me how 3 dwarven merchants ended up in Aenir's blade.
Well, actually, that's quite simple. Every soldier needs supplies, right? Weapons, armors, potions.
I guess.
So do the Iron Falcons. But for some reason, no merchant ever considered going here to do business with them.
Do you think the undead who just killed you might play a role in that?
Yes, I suppose. But we're still alive, aren't we? Now say, isn't there anything you need? A new sword made with the finest Windwall steel, mayhaps?
Actually, I do. I'm leading a sort of army myself, and we could use a quartermaster.
Oh, you do? Well, it's settled then. You have some business to take care of here first, though, don't you? Just let us know when you're done and we'll join you at the entrance of the canyon.
Yes?
Armors and shields.
Wow.
Everything from copper daggers to moon silver swords.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
Farewell.
Got it.
诶，我有把金剑。
All right. All right, then. Let's get to it.
What is it?
It'll only take...
Rock.
Yes? You got it.
Huh?
Huh. Interesting.
太容易漏看了吧，我妈呀！
Fine.
A fine plan.
All right, here goes
Will
nothing.
do. All right. Why not?
Let's see what we can do. Give up.
More fighting. Does this never end? I'll keep you shielded.
Yes.
There it is. Take out those undead.
Don't move. I need mana.
What's next?
Fine.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Oh my.
As you want.
So, what's the plan?
I will do as I must.
We should get moving.
This looks like a suitable
Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Yes?
兵分两路是吗？
Building completed.
He's ready to fire.
You have my attention.
Charge!
Yes?
Sure.
Here we go.
Let us make this quick.
Get ready.
Everything has an end.
If you just give the word.
I'm here.
Sounds like a plan. All right, here goes
As
nothing.
you require.
Please. If you're wounded,
What is
apply
it?
pressure quickly.
They will fall.
Yes? Mm-hmm. You read my mind.
Danger up ahead!
Any injuries, you come to me.
Huh?
Let me know what you need.
Let's see.
Would you like to push? If you're wounded, apply pressure quickly.
Ay, Jesus.
Huh? That's the way?
That way?
Everything has an end. Let us make this quick.
Corporal?
What do we need? Yes?
家伙一直在沉默。
So, what's the plan?
Corporal? I will do as I must.
Whatever's
Try
necessary.
not to hurt yourself.
Understood. I'm ready.
She's ready to fire.
I go where I need it.
What's next?
Huh. Intriguing.
So much to do.
Ah, yes.
No, this can't be.
They're all dead.
Oh, really? Just how did you guess that?
Seems I'm late for the party. Good job you did there, High Keeper. It's not like I warned you this would happen if you didn't cooperate.
You bloody piece of filth! I swear I'll...
I hate to say it, but he's right, Keeper. If you hadn't refused to cooperate with the Deathmen, these soldiers might still be alive.
How dare you?
Forgive me, but we should not discuss this now. What about the tomb? Where are...
What was that?
The File Darg. The undead. They must have broken the seal.
There's no other choice. I need to perform the ritual.
What? No, you...
They will try to stop me. Defend me as long as you can.
Are you deaf? Stop it right now. This is an order.
Shit. Here they come.
Yes?
Would you like to push?
If you need to be patched up, I'm here.
Walking corpses. Take them down.
Yes?
More of them. Protect Kiroi!
Would you like to push?
If you're wounded, apply pressure quickly.
Fine.
She's ready to fire.
Fine.
Got it.
Sure. Fair enough. Let's do this.
More of them. Protect Kiroi!
Do you need medical attention?
Huh?
All right.
Help! Please!
Will do.
Blasted armor.
Damn it! I need healing.
Yes. Understood. Will do. Got it.
We should get moving.
Kiroy! No, you can't.
Shit.
I killed them.
What about the field Arg? Are we safe?
As long as we hold the fortress, yes, the world is safe. And as always, we're the ones who paid the price.
That's good. That ritual he performed, what was it?
A sacrifice. He knew there was no time to seal the tomb manually, so he decided to act. Dutiful until the end.
What about the stone? We still need it.
Of course, you'll get your stone. Just wait here. I will get it. Here, is this the one you're looking for?
It is. Where did you have it?
In our treasury. It has been in the fortress since our order was founded. We never knew what it was and assumed it was a Hibernian artifact. Turns out it wasn't. Here, take it.
Thank you.
Thank me. You still have no idea what you prevented from happening, have you? If you hadn't been here, the File Darg would have awoken, and then the blood burn would have been the least of our worries. And here I am, not even knowing your name.
It doesn't matter. Tiara's blessings keep her. We have to leave now.
Yes, of course. Once again, thank you. And good luck.
Likewise.
Sir Catras, I think we should have a word. Yes, you will get your helmet.
啊，他这样给他头盔了是吗？格挡攻击后，自动回血，回精力。 压抑灵体。
Huh?
What is it? You have my attention.
Oh.真正拿不到。
Let's
yes,
see.
of course.
The field dog. Want me sound like a myth or horror story to many? Is harsh reality for the 200 iron falcons of the
something you need? Yes?
Let me know what you
Sounds
need.
like a plan.
Charge!
Let's see what we can do.
I'll keep you shielded.
Let's get to it.
More fighting. Does this never end?
As you require.
Danger up ahead. Charge!
Here we go. Get ready. All right, here goes nothing.
I will do as I must.
Understood.
Fine.
This way, right?
Fine. More of them. They will fall. This place is a graveyard.
Let us make this quick.
Go.
He's ready to
Try not to
fire.
hurt yourself.
So, what's the plan?
Blasted
Fair
armor.
enough. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
You got it.
As you want.
Get ready.
Is this really necessary? You'll regret this.
Just give the word.
Everything
If
has
you're
an end.
wounded, apply pressure quickly.
Yes.
As you require.
Would you like to push?
If you need to be patched up, I'm here.
That way?
What is it?
Huh?
What is it?
What do we need?
Walking corpses. Take them down.
She's ready to fire.
Let's save some lives.
Let us make this quick.
More of them. Protect Kiroi!
Yes? Got it.
Just give the word.
You read my
dead.
mind. Alright, why not?
More of them. Protect Kiroi!
A fine plan.
General?
好吧。
I will do as I must.
一点点钱。
I killed them.
What about the...
As long as we hold the fortress.
Well, will you be...
Yes. The undead,
the
sacrifice.
What about...
Of course, you'll get your stone. Just wait here. Here. Is it in our treasure?
Thank you.
And here I am. Not...
It's Tahar. Yes, like Isamo Tahar.
Oh, so you're... Huh. I... see.
给他搞懵了。
Well, Aenir's blade was never affected by your father's rebellion, but it seems you don't take after him. That's good. Anyway, all the best on your travels, and good luck.
Likewise.
Sir Catras, I think we should have a word. Yes, you will get your helmet.
We should get moving.
那个头盔我也想要。
Uh-huh.
Are you injured?
So, what's the plan?
Yes? Do you need anything else?
Now would you look at that?
Well, well. Quite the drama. I have to admit, I'm still a bit hurt you didn't take me up on my offer. You're one heck of a warrior, and I wish I'd had the chance to fight on your side. But it's over now, isn't it?
So it seems. What will you do next?
First of all, I'll make sure we get that helmet. After that, we'll leave for a less scorching climate.
You know, we could use you and your men. The battle we're fighting is far from over.
Oh, I'm flattered. But after all this trouble, what I and the Deathmen need most is a good old night of carousing and whoring in the streets of Everlight. Also, I doubt you could afford us.
All right. I'll be off. Safe travels, Catras.
You too, friend. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet again.
再来看一下。
Let's see.
Yes, of course.
Yes?
Alright then, let's get to it.
Hey, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Come take a look. I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest.
It'll take a second.
You know how to bargain.
Sure.
don't you?
伊斯格里姆的盔甲。他还没头盔，我真烦啊！
Yes? Yes? Yes?
As you want.
Oh, the corporal. Quite a nice place you found yourself here, I have to say. Thanks again for helping us out in that bloody desert. So, if you don't mind, we'll unload our cart and smithy. The only thing we need to ask of you is a...
No problem.
Splendid. Nihal strength, corporal.
Good choice.
Fine. Yes, of course.
Something
Let's
you
see.
need?
Yes? What is it?
Back when we met, you told me about an internal disagreement, which led to many of the guild's mages leaving. What exactly happened?
Why do you want to know?
No particular reason. I'm simply curious.
I see. Well, simply put, the guild had two leaders until half a year ago, me and Lena. Lena and a lot of the other mages felt that they could uphold their neutrality no longer without sacrificing their integrity.
You're talking about the persecution of mages?
Yes, I am. As Lena said, they are crucifying us, burning us alive, putting masks on our heads that destroy our minds. If there's something wrong with the world, it's people who keep their heads down because they are afraid to stand in for what's right.
Sounds like she was an idealist.
I suppose you could call her that, yes. However, her stance conflicted with everything the Creators Guild stands for. We preserve knowledge, push forward the boundaries of magic. We do not involve ourselves in power games and politics. Figuratively speaking, a fisher will never be a good military commander, just like a mage will never be a good politician.
So where did Lena and the other mages go?
I do not know. They left to fight the purity and save mages, but I have not seen them ever since.
Could you tell me more about Lena? What was her position in the guild?
She was the guild's treasure master. Other than that, I do not know what to tell you. She was quite young when she joined the guild, not even 24 winters old, and immensely talented. When it came to mentalism, her skills were unmatched. She was different than the others. She was better than the others. And I always saw a spark of genius in her eyes. And yes, I do know that most people would call that attraction. But it was just a fraction of what made our bond unique.
Well, I understand the conflict.
Well, you are an empathetic man, so I would have been surprised if you did not. But these events lie in the past. There is no point in discussing them any further, though I had certainly hoped for a different outcome.
You seem bitter.
As I said, I had hoped for a different outcome. Yes? What is it?
Could you tell me more about the woman who initiated the split? Lena. What was your relationship?
I would rather...
Of course.
I will tell you.
Goodbye.
Zahar.
Goodbye.
Yes.
你要之后才能做吧。
That's the way?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, I'm ready. Sure this place isn't gonna blow up once we insert the second stone, Iskrim?
What? No, I don't think that's likely.
All right, here we go.
Blasted, blistering blazes. I don't know what to say. This This is amazing!
But it seems like it worked. We've restored the Nexus to full power.
What comes next, Iskrim? Is it strong enough to perform the joining ritual now?
It should be. And you, Tahar, should be the one to do it. You need to connect your mind to the Nexus. That way, you might be able to sense who or whatever is sending out the song. What do you say? Are you ready?
Shouldn't we, I don't know, prepare?
How? Putting on a Shaper costume? Now's as good a time as any.
Fair point. All right, Iskrim. I'm ready.
Good. Then step into the forge.
And what now?
Tahar!
We...
Is it over?
Yes, I think so. By the Guardians, that was... I don't know what just happened.
Describe.
There were... voices, screams, thoughts, images.
How do you feel now? I mean, has anything changed?
I think so. Yes. I feel... I don't know. Clearer. As if something in my mind opened up.
Then it worked! Niehauf's hammer, we did it! You joined yourself with the Nexus.
So... I am telepathic now?
You're not a Dreamweaver. I'd feel it if that were the case.
I don't think you are, but you're connected to this place now. And therefore to the Shaper memories.
Does that mean we can finally locate the cause of the song?
You tell me. Think of the song, Tahar. Close your eyes. What do you feel? What do you hear? What do you see?
I'll try.
A failure. That's what you are.
No. That's impossible.
What is it?
My father. I heard his voice.
Your father? So you think he's behind this?
I also heard the voice of a woman. She whispered something.
A woman? Now this is, interesting. But I still don't understand. Do you really think your father is involved in the Bloodburn?
I don't think so. There's more to it, but yes, my father is involved in this somehow.
This is helpful, but it still does not tell us where to start searching. Think hard, Tahar. Is there anything else?
Yes, there were sounds. Drips, crickets, flies, but...
The eye. Your father's laboratory.
Tiara's breath, of course.
The Eye? You mean the marshlands?
Yes. My father had a laboratory there, in the old abandoned manor of House Waite. Nobody was allowed to follow him there, not even Rohan or I.
Well, sounds like we have a lead. The Bloodburn and the Song of the White are somehow connected to your father in his laboratory.
So it seems. Yes.
Tahar, maybe...
What?
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Rohan, tell me.
There's nothing to tell.
Well, if you say so. I'll send a messenger to inform Lacane as soon as possible. He'll want to be there. Let's get prepared.
Oh, hello. How are you feeling? Considering your new gift, I mean, joining your mind with the memories of a civilization, that's a thought as fascinating as it is peculiar.
I feel strange.
Yes, I imagine. You know, Tahar, I have been thinking maybe I could join myself with the Nexus as well. I'm wondering if it could help me understand better the human mind.
I don't see why not.
I see. Well, then let us continue this discussion another time, Tahar. Yes? What is it?
Goodbye.
Oh, hey. How are you holding up? Telepathy, visions, now your father. Must have been quite a whirlwind.
I'm fine. It was just a lot to take in at once.
Figures. Now let's go find some answers, shall we? A deadly swamp, an old ruined cask, Corporal. Need anything?
Tahar, how do you feel? You sounded a bit lost before.
I guess I was.
Is there anything else you wish to talk about? If not, I best get prepared.
Uh-huh. So, what's the plan? Huh. Interesting.
There you are. I was hoping... the eye. And here I'd hoped I'd never see those bloody castle walls again.
I know that feeling. Tell me, Rowan. Did my father never tell you anything about those experiments he did there? At all?
No. He didn't.
I see. Well, then I guess we'll find out.
Huh?
Tahar, what is it?
I'll be off.
Let me see.
Corporal?
Huh? Never mind. I'll be going. Got it.
Let's see.
Yes?
Iana?
Oh, yes. Forgive me, I was lost.
How so?
Well, this place. Since you've rekindled the Nexus, it is an ocean of thoughts, feelings, and memories. You felt it yourself as you joined your mind with the Nexus.
So you can hear the Shaper's thoughts now?
Fragments, yes. Just like when you had your vision.
Well, what do you hear then? Do you know why the Shapers died?
I'm afraid I don't. Just imagine standing inside at Everlight's market at high noon. It's impossible to make out anything. Which is why I try to keep my mind closed for most of the time.
How come the joining didn't make me more like you? I thought the Shapers who connected themselves with the Nexus were able to feel each other's feelings and hear each other's thoughts. Isn't that exactly what Dreamweavers do?
No. This telepathy the Nexus granted its users, it's different from my abilities. You can only hear the thoughts of the other ones who once joined themselves to the Nexus. And they are all long dead. In other words, you're listening to the whispers of 1,000 corpses. My mind, on the other hand, is like an open window. And people's thoughts and emotions are like leaves the wind has blown inside. It doesn't limit itself to a certain group of people, as Shaper telepathy did.
What do you make of this vision I had?
What should I make of it? I don't know, Tahar. Only you can answer that question. But I think your father's laboratory holds the answers you're looking for. And maybe an end to the blood burn.
Huh?
Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
A fine plan. You have my attention.
You got it.
Sure. This way, right?
What's next?
All right.
That
Why
way?
not?
Just give the word.
Interesting.
Tandai Tahar. Come to trade?
A fair offer.
Blasted armor.
I'll take a look.
Yes? Let me. Of course. Take all the time you need.
Everything for the wary traveler. Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
《方爪之眼》啊，那算了，先这样吧。先下了呗，我再看看有没有漏东西。